If you have a well-built Clara and Luocha, I highly recommend you try this as well. Of the runs I've done, most of the time this is successful, but occasionally you get unlucky with the Rumaton's targeting, and then it doesn't proc Luocha's heal, or it stuns Luocha, or it stuns Clara when his heal isn't up, and that can ruin the run. Most of the time though, this works pretty well, and it's kind of funny that we're at the stage where if you've invested enough, you can start clearing Memory of Chaos 10 on auto mode, and this is just hilarious because Clara does most of her damage, of course, from counterattacking when she gets attacked or when her ult's up, anyone on your team getting attacked. So I do want to point out that my Luocha is E6. Fortunately, we can't deactivate and activate Eidolons after initially upgrading them, but it is what it is. It's worth pointing out that survivability is the name of the game for doing an auto Memory of Chaos 10 clear. So if you have full healer build on Luocha, like outgoing healing bonus and attack percent orb, you'll actually have a better time than I will. My Luocha's level 70. I really need to get on that because he's E6. I should really max him out as soon as possible and go all his traces up, but yeah, the only thing is you might be doing less damage. My Clara is level 70 as well, with a level 70 signature cone, but it's S4. I've gotten so many of them off the standard banner, and I'm not complaining because Clara is someone I plan on investing in long term, and I feel like destruction units like Clara in general are very valuable as a secondary or primary damage dealer in many teams, and they have this crazy synergy with healers like Luocha, so never gonna complain about getting more of her cones. Eventually it'll be S5, I'm sure of it, but for now it's at S4. Yeah, the only thing is you might be doing less damage because you don't have the E6 Luocha, but you should be able to out-tank because you will be able to clear this in enough turns, and if you can survive, you just survive. Like, it's really hard for them to out-damage you on the stage when you have Clara and Luocha combined. And you can see we enter the third phase with them at full health. So this is the only real challenging one. There's a bit of luck involved. Luocha always targets the Guardian Shadow, which is unfortunate because it just makes him take more damage, but it's okay. As long as we get all his field healing up, the team should manage. As I mentioned, my Clara isn't maxed out. Like, Cone still has Ascension and level to 80. She herself can still go to level 80, and her traces aren't maxed out either. She's missing a lot of her minor traces that increase attack, physical damage, and levels too. So if you get those up, she'll definitely be doing more damage than mine. Also, if you build her with 4-piece Streetwise. Right now I have her on 4-piece Quantum because all these enemies are weak to Quantum, and it's kind of my best set for her because I don't have anything else. Like, my Musketeer set will be less damage, and 4-piece Quantum, even if she can't benefit from the 2-piece, is still very good. This is kind of where it gets a bit sketchy, but I immediately heal it all back up. And this is the fun thing about Luocha, is his emergency heal goes off right when you eat it, which is just awesome. But, oh, and this is pretty lucky. Just Clara's trace, her major trace, lets her dispel a debuff on her occasionally when she gets attacked. And she also has increased crowd control resistance, not as much as Luocha's 70%, but it's still pretty significant. So both of these are not only a tanky duo, they also have a lot of effect resistance. Not effect resistance, but just resistance to being crowd controlled, which is very good for sustainability. But yeah, I do think Clara, Luocha we don't even need to talk about because we know he'll be good for long term. Clara, I feel, as with many destruction characters and Blade coming, I think tomorrow, as of me saying this, they will have a future in the game because they can be played as that secondary or main damage dealer. And they can also be skill point efficient, which is really important when you have multiple characters doing damage because you need to funnel a lot of skill points into the primary damage dealer. Anyway, here are the builds. Again, my Clara has an S4 cone, could be ascended and raised level 80, lots of traces missing and unupgraded, and she herself can go to 70, but Your Clara can definitely do more damage than hers. She's got Sally's relics right now, pretty much. What else is there to mention? And yeah, Luocha is just kind of running on a 4-piece Musketeer because I don't have a good 4-piece banditry yet, but that is okay. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It only takes a second and it helps me out a lot. Really appreciate it. And I will see you next time.